How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more Historic Brawl. Today, we're getting around to some of the bad guys. Well, Sauron, the bad guy. And this opening hand is not great. But, do we keep it? Do we not? Free mulligan. We can get a rock, right? Not a good rock, but we got a rock. Technically a rock, it's an expensive rock. But it gets you solid lands, not vulnerable artifacts. I think we go with the untapped land and get down the Bloodfast. We won't be using it anytime soon, I hope, but... So we are Lord Sauron, the Dark Lord. The Oathbreaker is a problem. They're probably a dedicated... Well, could they be a dedicated Spirits deck? Like, white is a Spirits color, but the other dominant Spirit color in Arena on... Well, in Magic in general is blue, right? What do you have in this color combination? You have, like, Lingering Souls, but I don't know if Lingering Souls is on Arena at all. Rude. Opponent? Rude. I wanted to ramp with that. Guess we'll just draw a card. Nykthos, okay. We could Widespread Brutality, but it's not enough damage. We could Saruman the White, then Widespread Brutality? That would be enough to get the job done. But it does require some setup, right? I don't want to date the episode too much, but one of the manga that I follow fairly regularly, Jujutsu Kaisen, is in the middle of a just baller fight at the moment. And the latest chapter came out today, and I finished reading it just before starting recording. There was still lingering in the mind. Opponent. Rude. I needed that for stuff and things. This could also work. My opponent uses a spell to remove Sauron. We get an amass trigger, and they have to sacrifice a legendary permanent, which would likely be the Shadow Sphere. There's one. But this is a different one, right? The army you amassed. It doesn't work, does it? The plan was flawed from the start. Wow, that actually just kills it. We're gonna get some zombies. That's cool. I always thought the Dark Lord needed zombies, but... Morgoth was just not into it, right? And then, like, Sauron, he claims to be the reincarnation of Morgoth. So... I needed a couple more light. Well, we can get down to 5. Well, we can get down to 4 this turn, which is low. I'm gonna draw a card. The Armies of Darkness are getting there, but they're not quite there yet. Transform. Nykthos. Extra turn? No. Lightning Helix, though. Could be good. Rivendell can go. So I need one color. So if I do this, we'll be tapped out, right? Black, 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 black. Yeah. I guess we set up our white sources. We leave 2 zombies back, just in case. I discarded it, didn't I? Well, that's bad. Amass zombies? Oh, the amass does. Well, it's not intuitive. Rude opponent. Rude. I'll just play him again. I have the mana advantage over my opponent at the moment. We'll play the pathway so we have access to the most amount of mana possible for our turn. Bolus? I couldn't resist, man. Like, this was like a tokeny amass deck. But whenever there's a Grixis deck, I just can't resist putting Nicol Bolas in there. What are you naming? Doesn't really matter too much. I just won't cast it. The Dark Lord Sauron? You're gonna kill him again? It's gonna be expensive. Yeah, I guess not if you use Edict. But Bolus is proven to be better than Professor Onyx, who is dead on board, so. Yeah, I didn't Dark Joker. I wasn't sure about some of the planning there. It's okay, though. It happens to pretty much everybody that plays Magic. Sometimes you see something and you think, this is the direction I should go, but no. No, sadly that was silly, and you look silly. I don't know, man. Yeah, God, what was I talking about? I was talking about Jujutsu Kaisen. That's a bit of a good series, man. Really good. Barad-dûr. We could talk about Lord of the Rings too, because technically we are a Lord of the Rings themed deck. Although we have a slight. We have God, what's the word for it? For an actor waiting in the wings. There's a technical term for it, but I don't remember what it was. We have a backup Dark Lord in the form of Nicol Bolas Godpharaoh. You know, they took similar paths, so I'm not surprised. Opponent is in the tank on this one. Looks like we're up against Goshentai, who is a powerful deck in its own right, right? I might have to just... Hey, never mind. Do I want to keep this? I think I actually just want to mull this. Yeah, we'll keep that, though. Because we can turn 3 Relic, turn 4 Yawgmoth, and then I don't want another Temple. Temples are okay, but they're not. Well, I guess we could have kept it because it would, even though it's slow, it wouldn't be too bad. Ooh. We have a Mount Doom. We'll play it just because it's painful, right? Because it's 1 mana for... It's 1 mana for a colored mana source, right? Like, and there is no colorless option, unlike these lands, but... That's no problem for us. We're willing to lose some life to get the job done. We got both of our sacrifice payoffs too. One of the ideals of the deck is that we get a free sack outlet like Yawgmoth on board, and then we just let our opponent. That's a bad sign. Prismatic Bridge. Our opponent might be a little bit more enchantment heavy than they are Goshintai heavy. I mean, Goshintai's return target enchantment from the graveyard to the battlefield works on shrines, but it also works on non-shrine enchantments, which means I guess you can't always take a Goshintai as a you can't always take a Goshintai as a artifact deck or as a shrine deck, but generally Goshintai is shrine, right? Because he makes shrines which help out other shrines. It's just way too synergistic to not generally be shrines, but I guess you can play it that way. Lord knows we played a bunch of weird stuff together. There's a shrine. I knew there had to be at least a couple of shrines. Aha. Let's continue our loss of life. Okay, it's just a Railco. Whew. It's game 2, right? Yeah, it's game 2. So Lord of the Rings lore. What do I have for you today? I don't know if he had a corporeal form during Lord of the Rings. Like, he definitely did during the Second Age, but... we need to solve this row here, and I don't think I have an answer for it, honestly. Like, I should be running Feed the Swarm, but I don't know if I am running Feed the Swarm. We can't afford to draw too many cards with Midnight Reaper, so let's send him into the fray and just hope things go over well. Like, if we overrun the creatures defending our opponent, we might just be able to count to 23, right? Like, that could work. Conceivably. That shrine's gonna make it harder, but... I think we're gonna lose some life and draw some cards at the end of their turn. We know what it is, opponent. We saw it on top library. It's the Honden of Rage. Cancel. That one. That one. Oh, I did it wrong. Blah. Well, luckily, Widespread Brutality showed up to just kind of solve the issue. Yeah, Zeus might as well do that. We've dealt a lot of damage. I'll trade Harvester for Grishnakh. I'll actually do it by drawing a card too. The Dark Lord is doing well. I approve. We've killed a bunch of shrines. Oh god, Golos. Oh god. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Like, I don't know how typical a Roko is in a Roko or an Oracle Mandaya is. Rude. Yawgmoth is strong. Well, let's get rid of Golos. Oh, we did the wrong one. Okay. Do we just lose? No, right? Like, we gonna mass orcs. Everybody loves orcs. Goodbye, lands. Whew. Weaver of Harmony. We can't spend every turn wrathing the board, because then we're just wasting our time, right? But we kind of have to cast Blood in the Snow next turn, because we kind of chose Dragons on Crux of Fate, which means it did nothing. I don't know, man. It feels like every time there's a, every time you have a Golos on the field, the right answer is always just to activate Golos. Opponent? Are you, considering life choices? Okay. Don't need more zombies. Hour of Devastation. Everything dies again. We go down to 4. Another shrine. And we're dead. I forgot about the shrine, and we were actually alive at 1 if our opponent didn't get a creature shrine there. So I guess it wasn't really forgetting about it, it was just hinging our bets on it not playing out that way. But either way, I think that's all going to be it for Sauron the Dark Lord. We'll probably come back to him. He's a very cool commander. Very unique in that we haven't had many mass cards, just because it's a one-off mechanic, right, from an older set. Or this park. I don't know. I like playing around with him. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.